Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we are going to speak about reclaiming our emotions. This is a really important subject because when one can no longer feel their emotions, one can no longer empathize with other people. And that's a problem because without empathy, it makes it almost impossible, if not impossible, to have real relationships with the people in your life. Why? Because they can't get close to you emotionally. Now, the reason that most people have this issue of putting up these really high defenses is because they've been traumatized so many times and so harshly that their unconscious mind developed this protection so they would no longer be hurt. But it needs to be dealt with. You need to feel your feelings to be a human being, because humans work with emotions. And trust me, if you don't feel sadness, you don't feel happiness. The way that I work with my clients around these issues is by understanding that they are feeling some feelings when we go deep into the unconscious mind sometimes. And at that point, I have them bring up and out those feelings. And even in trance, sometimes it's really, really hard for some people to let it go. It's been so stuck for so long. But it's important to be able to let these things out. And of course, when you're in a hypnotic trance state, you're in an altered state. So when you come out of your altered state, you feel lighter and brighter as a result. And it is really something that needs to happen with somebody, I believe, because there's a reason why your defense mechanisms stuff them so far and for so long. You need someone who can help you to understand why the feelings are the way they are once you release them. Meaning that the clients feel the feelings first. They just start coming up. And then I encourage them to let them come up and out as long and as hard as they need to. Because the longer and the harder these things come up, the better the clearing. Then we go back in and we work on the issues that brought up those feelings that were stuffed for so long. Because a lot of times the clients don't even know why they didn't feel those feelings. Sometimes they do, and that makes it easier to do the work. But sometimes they really have no recollection because these things happened so much earlier in their lives that there wouldn't be a memory of them in a conscious state. So if you're a person who is walking around as a robot, that's the way my clients would term it, without any feelings, just kind of going through the motions, do you find yourself someone to work with to help you to release them? To get your learnings from them so you can move on and learn how to have your emotions again. And trust me, some of my clients were not too happy when they got their emotions back because they didn't like feeling the negative emotions of anger and sadness and guilt. But we have ways of getting rid of those things too, pretty quickly actually with timeline therapy. But the point is that to be a whole functioning human being, we need to have our emotions. So this is the remedy to being able to form better relationships, not only with other people, but actually with yourself as well. Because if you're running around like a robot, you're not really able to feel for yourself when you need to. It's a very empty space to be in. And I know that if you have this issue, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's more than worth it to go in there, deal with it, and let it go. I feel happiest when I work with kids who have stuffed their emotions because they're easier to let them go. When I work with people who have stuffed their emotions for 40, 50, 60 years, it's hard for them. And yet, it still needs to get done. Only if one wants to feel like a whole human being with true, honest, loving, caring relationships in one's life, to have true friends, to be able to create true partnerships if one chooses to with others. It has to happen. As always, I thank you for being with me. Until next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.